Today I would like to invite you to listen to the Dhammapada of the Buddha Sakyamuni, the 180th verses from the Buddhist scriptures on the YouTube channel Thien Thai in the USA. Him in whom there is not that entangling, embroiling craving to lead to any life. Him the trackless Buddha of infinite range. By which way will you lead him? Dear brothers and sisters in the Dharma, today we contemplate a profound verse from the Dhammapada. This verse praises the perfect freedom of the Buddha. It points to the state of one who has completely ended craving, one who has crossed beyond all attachment, one who can no longer be bound by the nets of desire, one who has gone beyond all paths of wandering in birth and death. The story connected with this verse took place during the lifetime of the Blessed One. One day the Buddha was staying among the monks. At that time, many people came to pay respect to him. Gods and humans alike honored the fully enlightened one because they knew that he had completely destroyed all defilements. He was no longer caught in any craving. No greed remained in his mind. No hatred remained in his heart. No delusion remained in his wisdom. It is said that after the Buddha attained supreme enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree, he sat enjoying the peace of liberation. During that time, Mara, the evil one, searched for him. Mara had followed beings throughout countless lives. Wherever there was craving, Mara could find a way. Wherever there was attachment, Mara could enter. Wherever there was ignorance, Mara could influence the mind. For countless ages, beings had been caught by desire. They longed for pleasant sights. They longed for pleasant sounds. They longed for pleasant smells. They longed for pleasant tastes. They longed for pleasant feelings. Because of craving, they continued to wander through birth and death. Because of craving, they experienced suffering again and again. Mara understood this very well. He knew that craving was the chain that bound beings to samsara. He knew that desire was the rope that tied beings to the wheel of existence. Therefore he searched for the Buddha, hoping to discover some trace of attachment. Yet no trace could be found. The Buddha had uprooted craving completely. He had destroyed ignorance completely. He had realized the deathless state. Mara searched everywhere, but he could not discover any place where the Buddha could be caught. It was like trying to find the footprint of a bird flying freely through the sky. The bird leaves no track behind. It cannot be followed. It cannot be captured through its footprints. When the monks heard about this, they discussed the greatness of the Buddha. The Blessed One then explained that one who has completely ended craving cannot be traced by Mara. Such a person is beyond the reach of temptation. Such a person is beyond the reach of delusion. Such a person is beyond the reach of all bondage. Therefore the Buddha spoke this verse. This story teaches us something very important. We may think that suffering comes from outside conditions. We may think suffering comes from other people. We may think suffering comes from circumstances. Yet the Buddha teaches that the deepest cause of suffering is craving within the mind. When craving arises, the mind becomes restless. When attachment arises, the mind becomes fearful. When desire arises, the mind becomes agitated. The more we cling, the more we suffer. The more we hold tightly, the more pain we experience. The more we insist that things must follow our wishes, the more disappointment we encounter. The Buddha discovered this truth through direct experience. He saw that all conditioned things are impermanent. He saw that all conditioned things change. He saw that nothing in this world can provide permanent satisfaction. Youth changes into old age. Health changes into sickness. Life changes into death. Gain changes into loss. Praise changes into blame. Pleasure changes into pain. Because everything changes, attachment always leads to sorrow. This does not mean that we should reject life. It does not mean that we should hate the world. Instead, it means that we should learn to live with wisdom. We should appreciate things while understanding their impermanent nature. We should care for others while understanding that all meetings eventually become separations. We should enjoy blessings while understanding that they cannot remain forever. Wisdom does not make the heart cold. Wisdom makes the heart free. A wise person loves with compassion rather than attachment. A wise person serves with kindness rather than expectation. A wise person gives without demanding a reward. A wise person helps others without seeking praise. This is the path shown by the Buddha. The verse speaks about craving that entangles and embroils beings. This image is very beautiful. Craving is like a vine growing around a tree. At first it seems small. At first it appears harmless. Yet little by little it wraps itself around the trunk. Little by little it spreads its branches. Eventually, it covers the whole tree. The same thing happens within the mind. A small desire appears. If we do not understand it, the desire grows. When the desire grows, attachment develops. When attachment develops, fear appears. When fear appears, suffering follows. This process happens every day. Someone speaks a harsh word. The mind becomes angry. The anger grows. The anger becomes resentment. The resentment becomes suffering. Someone receives praise. The mind becomes attached. The attachment grows. The attachment becomes pride. The pride becomes suffering. Someone gains wealth. The mind clings to wealth. Fear of losing wealth appears. Anxiety develops. Suffering follows. The Buddha encourages us to observe these processes carefully. He teaches us to look deeply into the mind. Instead of blaming others, we learn to understand our own thoughts. Instead of fighting the world, we learn to transform our hearts. When mindfulness is present, wisdom grows. When wisdom grows, craving weakens. When craving weakens, peace increases. When peace increases, happiness blossoms. This happiness is different from worldly happiness. Worldly happiness depends upon conditions. When conditions change, happiness disappears. Spiritual happiness comes from understanding. Spiritual happiness comes from letting go. Spiritual happiness comes from freedom. No one can steal this happiness. No circumstance can destroy this happiness. No change can take away this happiness. The Buddha discovered this treasure within himself. He did not discover it through wealth. He did not discover it through power. He did not discover it through fame. He discovered it through awakening. Before becoming the Buddha, Prince Siddhartha possessed everything that ordinary people seek. He had luxury. He had comfort. He had status. He had beauty. He had honor. Yet he realized that none of these things could protect people from aging, sickness, and death. Therefore he left the palace. He searched for truth. He practiced diligently. He developed deep concentration. He cultivated profound wisdom. Finally, he attained enlightenment. At that moment, all chains were broken. All fetters were destroyed. All ignorance disappeared. The light of wisdom arose completely. That is why Mara could not find his track. There was no craving remaining. There was no attachment remaining. There was no delusion remaining. The Buddha became truly free. Many people think freedom means doing whatever they want. Yet according to the Buddha, true freedom means no longer being controlled by desire. A person may possess great wealth and still be a slave to craving. A person may possess great power and still be a prisoner of attachment. True freedom is an inner condition. True freedom comes from wisdom. True freedom comes from understanding reality. True freedom comes from letting go. Imagine carrying a heavy burden every day. Wherever you go, the burden follows. Eventually, someone shows you how to put it down. The moment you release the burden, your body feels light. Your mind feels relaxed. Your heart feels peaceful. The burden is craving. The release is wisdom. The peace is liberation. Every teaching of the Buddha points toward this freedom. The Buddha does not force us to believe blindly. The Buddha encourages us to investigate. He invites us to observe. He invites us to reflect. He invites us to practice. When we observe carefully, we begin to see how attachment creates suffering. We become attached to our opinions. Then arguments arise. We become attached to possessions. Then fear arises. We become attached to relationships. Then anxiety arises. We become attached to success. Then stress arises. The problem is not the object itself. The problem is the clinging mind. Two people may possess the same object. One suffers because of attachment. The other remains peaceful because of wisdom. The difference lies within the mind. Therefore, Buddhism always emphasizes inner transformation. The world may not change according to our wishes. Other people may not behave according to our expectations. Conditions may not unfold according to our plans. Yet we can transform our response. We can cultivate patience. We can cultivate understanding. We can cultivate compassion. We can cultivate mindfulness. As these qualities grow, craving loses its power. The verse describes the Buddha as trackless. This word is deeply meaningful. Ordinary beings leave tracks everywhere. Our desires leave tracks. Our attachments leave tracks. Our fears leave tracks. Our habits leave tracks. Because of these tracks, suffering follows us. The Buddha left no such tracks. His mind was pure. His wisdom was complete. His compassion was boundless. His freedom was perfect. When we contemplate this quality of the Buddha, faith naturally arises. We realize that liberation is possible, freedom is possible, awakening is possible. The Buddha was once a seeker just like us. He practiced step by step. He developed virtue step by step. He developed concentration step by step. He developed wisdom step by step. Through sincere effort, he attained the highest realization. This gives us great encouragement. Perhaps we have not yet ended all craving. Perhaps we still struggle with anger. Perhaps we still struggle with attachment. Perhaps we still struggle with fear. That is all right. The path is walked one step at a time. Each moment of mindfulness is a step. Each act of kindness is a step. Each moment of patience is a step. Each moment of wisdom is a step. Little by little, the heart becomes lighter. Little by little, the mind becomes clearer. Little by little, suffering decreases. Little by little, peace grows. The Buddha never asked us to become perfect overnight. He encouraged steady practice. He encouraged sincere effort. He encouraged continuous cultivation. Just as a great river is formed from countless drops of water, enlightenment is approached through countless moments of wholesome practice. Therefore, let us not become discouraged. Let us continue cultivating goodness. Let us continue cultivating mindfulness. Let us continue cultivating wisdom. Whenever craving arises, let us recognize it. Whenever anger arises, let us recognize it. Whenever attachment arises, let us recognize it. Recognition is the beginning of freedom. Awareness is the beginning of liberation. Mindfulness is the beginning of awakening. The more clearly we see the mind, the less power craving possesses. The less power craving possesses, the more peace we experience. As we bring today's Dharma reflection to a close, let us once again remember the profound meaning of the Blessed One's words. The Buddha taught that craving is the root that binds beings to suffering. When craving arises, the mind becomes entangled. When attachment increases, suffering follows. When wisdom shines, attachment weakens. When attachment ceases, freedom appears. The Buddha is called trackless because no craving remains within him. No greed can lead him. No hatred can disturb him. No delusion can deceive him. His mind is completely liberated. His wisdom is limitless. His compassion embraces all beings without distinction. Although we have not yet reached such a state, we can walk in the direction shown by the Buddha. Every moment of mindfulness is a step toward freedom. Every act of kindness is a step toward freedom. Every thought of compassion is a step toward freedom. Every moment of letting go is a step toward freedom. Let us practice seeing impermanence in all things. Let us practice releasing attachment little by little. Let us practice speaking gentle words. Let us practice thinking wholesome thoughts. Let us practice acting with wisdom and compassion. In this way, our hearts become lighter, our minds become clearer, and peace gradually grows within us. May we remember that true happiness does not come from possessing more. True happiness comes from understanding. True happiness comes from contentment. True happiness comes from a peaceful heart that is free from grasping and clinging. May the blessings of the Triple Gem guide and protect us. May the wisdom of the Buddha illuminate our path. May the Dharma nourish our hearts. May the Sangha inspire our practice. May all wholesome merits generated through listening to and contemplating this Dharma be shared with all beings everywhere. May those who are suffering find comfort. May those who are fearful find courage. May those who are lost find wisdom. May those who are burdened find peace. May all beings cultivate goodness, abandon unwholesome actions, purify their minds, and progress on the noble path toward liberation. May loving kindness fill the world. May compassion fill the world. May wisdom fill the world. May peace fill the world. Nama Amitabha blessed to all. I hope to bring this merit towards all disciples and sentient beings, all of whom will attain Buddhahood. Please click like, share, and subscribe to help me grow my YouTube channel. Thanks you for watching my video. The more peace we experience, the closer we move toward the freedom praised in this verse. May we contemplate deeply the example of the Blessed One. May we learn from his wisdom. May we follow his path. May we cultivate virtue, concentration, and wisdom. May we gradually loosen the knots of attachment. May we gradually weaken the roots of craving. May we gradually discover the peace that does not depend upon changing conditions. May the light of understanding arise within our hearts. May compassion grow within our lives. May wisdom guide our actions. May mindfulness protect our minds. May we walk steadily upon the noble path taught by the Buddha. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings move toward liberation. May all beings realize the deathless Dharma.